Hi there, this is going to be a general love reading for the sign of Capricorn. This is our bonus readings where we're going to be trying to figure out what they're feeling. So let's just dive right in. This is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, as well as the cross watcher of the Capricorn. What are they feeling? La, they're feeling like they're in la la land. It's like a dream state, no sparks. There's nothing happening in this connection. You know what I'm saying? There's no life to it. There's nothing happening. This would symbolize no communication. This would symbolize no action. It's all dream state, la la land. It's all like, it's all subconscious. It's in someone's imagination. Not that it's like delusion, but meaning it's like not happening in the real 3D world. It's all happening here. They're fantasizing about it. They're imagining it, and it's not actually real deal, putting it into actual 3D things. It was all a dream. Forbidden. I can't have it, so therefore I want it even more. I can't have it, therefore it's the very one thing that I desire. Divine Feminine, ooh, sexual encounter. Could be that there's no sex. Divine Feminine could be celibate. You might be like, no, senor. No, you can't get these cookies in this cookie jar. No. I do think that the feminine practices celibacy. It feels that way. Don't get me wrong, they both could, but especially the feminine. Because of the fact that they know that the feminine is extremely sexually desirable, that makes them feel some type of way. They're jealous. They're also extremely attracted. That's what they're feeling. They're feeling pure attraction. It's raw desire. Raw. Primal. Independence, oh, you cannot catch. This is a butterfly. Fucking feminine's a butterfly. Self-love, empowerment. She's a butterfly. That's why there's no sex. Because she's not just gonna screw you unless she loves you. There has to be a soul connection for her to be vulnerable like that, physically and emotionally. They're in love with the butterfly. Perfect match has been coming up all goddamn day in every reading I've done today, because it is a perfect match. It's an unlikely pairing. Mysterious. I just said that. It's unlikely. You can't figure out why. Why are they the perfect match? They're total opposites. It's sun and moon. It's Jake Ryan and Samantha from 16 Candles. It's Jake Ryan's girlfriend and the nerd in 16 Candles. It's Edward and Bella in Twilight. What the fuck? It's Christian Grey and Anastasia in 50 Shades. What the fuck? Obstacle. It's kind of the energy of Capricorn anyway, huh? Capricorns are a bit cold. A little more emotionally hard to access is how I'd like to word that. And I would like to be very truthful about that, because I am a Capricorn moon. Moon rules our emotions. So when I tell you I know Capricorn energy, I know it very well. We can be very emotionally detached. You know that. You know this how it is. Capricorns are all about, it's a real hard nut to crack. They're about their business and their money. That's what Capricorn cares about. Their love language is money, honey. They want to be very financially stable because they want to have a really great life. They don't want to have to worry about that. They want to have nice things. They're not about that life of struggle. That's just not the Capricorn way. The Mask, Secret. It says the ego as well too. The Clock and the Heart. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before the mask falls off and the real feelings are revealed, because that's what the heart is. Heart talks about love, romance, heart desire, affection. Fucking, that's the whole feeling of it. They're in love, or someone's caught feelings. And it's, leaves you silenced. It's whoa. It's almost like this. You ever have that moment where something the shock sets in, but it's like no words. It's like there's like no words to this, because it's so big. I mean, they feel so attracted. It's almost like a devil energy, and that is what Capricorn is. There's a devil card in the tarot deck. It really is slightly obsessive, and it's a bit slight toxicity there. And I think the toxicity is both people always borderline self-sabotage emotionally, not necessarily with their motherfucking coins. Emotionally, don't get me wrong, with their coins as well too. They might be a self-sabotager, absolutely, but something about the energy. Freedom. Someone's struggling here because they don't want to give up their freedom. They're the butterfly. It's also like, how do you catch the butterfly without killing it, right? You got to just let the butterfly fly. And when the butterfly is ready, it comes to you. It comes and sits on your shoulder. If you chase it, it runs away. So there is this thing about that. Like if they chase, they'll run. So extreme patience here is required. You got to have your own life, you and them, because if you're both kind of like, my whole life is the other person, it's not going to work. It's going to kill this connection, because someone's very independent and they need you to let them be wild and free, but not wild and free in a slutty way, but wild and free in a way of let them be the butterfly and let them do what they do best, which is fly. They're going to be loyal to you. They're always going to fly back home. Soulmate and new love. Meeting your new soul tribe for some of you. It doesn't always have to be romantic, but it does feel romantic. Secret admirer. The way that they feel is you would never guess it in a zillion fucking years. You would never in a million years go, this is how they feel. Because I think even if you have an inkling of this, it is not even to the capacity of which you know. This is the kind of shit that you think in your head in a daydream. And it's like when this really happens for a lot of the collectives, this is that energy of like, this is an alternate universe. You know that feeling of like, this is an alternate universe. There's no fucking way this is really what it is. This is really, there's no way I'm dreaming. There's fucking no way. Because for some people, it's the absolute, it's like you've shifted into the highest timeline where all of the most amazing things can happen in this timeline. Like you're just a magnet for miracles. You're a magnet for all of this serendipity and magic and luck and all this shit. And it even has to do with love. It's like you're meeting new people. People are attracted to you. They're not saying it. You're not saying it. There's like this crazy magnetic, charming energy in the month of July. But also it started in Cancer season, the very ending part of June. And it's just what it is. And it kind of trickles into Leo season. You know, it always kind of ends up being like that first and second week of August that we feel it as well too. It kind of ties in a little bit to the Leo energy, but it really is of like, wow, it can't be possible. But it is. You have the dating. Yes. Dreaming of you. It's like the dream becomes fucking reality. And the way that they feel is like, it's like they feel like you're someone, or you feel this way. It's someone that I don't think they'd be into me or I'm not into them. They would think you're not into them and vice versa. It wouldn't be you guys wouldn't be each other's type typically. There's something about it. It's like, I also feel like someone who's been hiding and not coming forward with the way they feel is going to come forward and ask you out. I mean, it's just like turned my attention immediately towards that. Boom, they're going to ask them out. They're going to say it. They're going to ask them out. So some of you have a person here. It could be different from this other energy we're feeling. It could be different. It could be the same. I don't know. It's like they just, I'm going to do it and I do it. Do you want to go out on Friday? Like out on a date? Yes. Okay. It's almost like a suspicious K. Like you're waiting for the other shoe to drop or something, you know? Like, why? But you don't even know this because they desire you so much, they feel physical pain. And they're so in love with you, they're lovesick. Like you have no fucking clue, or vice versa, they don't know. Official person, but it feels like it's an official date. Even if it's FaceTime, you know, like a lot of people are long distance. Even if it's FaceTime, it's an official date. High honor and occupation. This is somebody who's up there. They're the boss, they're the CEO, they're the entrepreneur, they own their own business, but they're also very much so about getting to that next level. They're the dreamer, they're the hustler. They want to create this amazing life for themselves. High honor can also be someone got promoted, but it also can be someone that's tall, someone people look up to, whether it's symbolically and energetically we look up to them, or it's fucking like physical. Could be just really fucking tall. I know you bitches like tall motherfuckers. Look at that, the lovers. I mean, it's pure, total physical attraction. But it's not just physical, it's also the souls. My soul is very much so attracted to your soul. What? Really? Since when? Since always? Really? That's like a conversation that's going to happen. For some of you, it's a brand new person that you're maybe like so used to, like, hey, it just never works out. In 2 weeks, it's just going to end. They're going to ghost, or they're going to be weird. They're going to come on too strong sexually, and then I'm going to have to ghost them. I'm going to have to not talk to them. And it doesn't work that way. And it ends up working the way you've always wanted it to work. With the person you want it to work with. It's like, what the fuck? Really? Thoughts? They cannot stop thinking about you. Like, sorry, my phone died, and I completely forgot to plug it in. So your reading got, ended abruptly. That could be also part of the energy too. So what we're talking about is this, sort of being in this energy space of, well, it's not going to work out anyway. Right? And so somebody here could be all in their head. That's what the thoughts card could be. It could be like, I'm all in my head. I'm overthinking it. But remember, it's all in the head, and it's thinking of it, and it's not the reality. So somebody's got to stop thinking about it and doing. It's the point. They've got to stop fantasizing and imagining and having all of this ideas in their head swirling about, but not the reality of it. They're not, so meaning that there's no action, but they're thinking about it nonstop. It's quite obsessive. That could be Capricorn too, because Capricorns don't necessarily like to be emotionally vulnerable. As a Capricorn moon and I'm an Aquarius sun, I know what that is. It's that energy of like, I'm all in my head about it, and I'm in love with you in my head, and we are in a relationship in my head. Not delusionally, but you know what I mean? So because that's safer for me, because I can control the narrative like that, then I just don't necessarily open myself up for the real deal, because then I can't control how it's going to happen. It's kind of like when... it's like you're your own author of your story, and in our head it's safer to play it out like that. You know what it reminds me of? It's like when people will say how crushes are just better being a crush in your head as opposed to the reality, because sometimes the reality is not so great, and I think someone here is afraid that the reality won't be so great, that maybe they'll be rejected, or that maybe it won't be what they think it is. They feel like the fantasy of this might be better, but not just that. It's the fantasy is keeping them safe from possible rejection. that's all that boils down to. Now let's get into this extended. Should you wish to rent it, you must go to my website, saltwaterhealstarot.com, or click more underneath this video. First link will be to my website. It's going to be in the what are they feeling section. My link to Patreon is below, and on Patreon is where you guys watch the collective extended readings, not these individual zodiac sign ones. I also did a bonus reading for Patreon today. So there's 2 readings that got uploaded to Patreon today. A bonus one that was all by itself, and then the extended to a special love reading that I did today. So this is where the perk comes from, being a Patreon member, is that you get to have all this bonus stuff that you can't watch anywhere else. So for you guys Capricorns and Capricorn cross watchers, to watch this extended is on my website. I want to thank you guys so much for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. Thank you for all of the donations you guys sent to my PayPal. It's very much appreciated. I will see you fellow Capricorns, because I'm a Capricorn moon, in the extended. Love you. Bye.